They say the sands of Egypt do not forget that the pharaohs, even in death, still hold power over the living. For centuries, explorers, treasure hunters, and scholars ventured into the tombs of ancient kings, and many never returned. But one story echoes louder than the rest. A tale of gold, glory, and a curse so powerful that it shook the world. The curse of the boy king Pharaoh, Tutankhamun. They warned them never to enter. The walls were covered in blood red. Warnings: death shall come on swift wings to he who disturbs the king. But greed, curiosity, and ambition have always been stronger than fear. And so the tomb was opened. In the early 20th century, Egypt was the center of the world's obsession. Archaeologists raced to uncover tombs hidden beneath desert sands, hoping to claim treasures that had been buried for over 3,000 years. Among them was the determined British archaeologist, Howard Carter. For years, he searched the Valley of the Kings. Others laughed at him, saying the tomb of Pharaoh Tutankhamun was already lost or looted. But in November 1922, Carter's persistence paid off. His workers uncovered a hidden staircase leading deep underground. When he reached the sealed doorway, strange symbols were carved into the stone prayers to protect the dead and warnings to any who dared enter. At that moment, Carter is said to have whispered, "I see wonderful things." Inside lay treasures beyond imagination, golden statues, jeweled chariots, weapons, and at the heart of it all, a coffin of solid gold, holding the boy king himself. The discovery stunned the world, but soon whispers began to spread, whispers of a curse. Shortly after the tomb was opened, strange events began. The first to fall was Lord Carnarvon, the wealthy man who financed the expedition. Only months after entering the tomb, he was bitten by a mosquito. The wound became infected, and within days, he was dead. At the exact moment of his death, the lights went out across Cairo. Thousands of miles away in England, his dog howled and collapsed lifeless to the ground. The press erupted. Pharaoh's curse strikes. But Carnarvon was not the only one. A wealthy visitor who laughed inside the tomb died suddenly of pneumonia. An Egyptian prince, after mocking the curse, was assassinated in the street. Another man was crushed in a freak accident. A radiologist who first x-rayed the mummy was poisoned and never recovered. One by one, people connected to the tomb met mysterious and early deaths. Newspapers around the globe declared, "The curse of Tutankhamun is real." Villagers whispered that the pharaoh's soul had been awakened, seeking revenge on those who disturbed his eternal rest. Ancient legends said that any who opened the tomb would be visited by the wings of death. And indeed, the deaths continued to pile up until the world began to believe the curse was unstoppable. But was it really a curse? Scientists later tried to explain the deaths. Some claimed toxic mold inside the sealed tomb caused deadly lung infections. Others believed it was coincidence after all. Not everyone who entered the tomb died. Howard Carter himself lived for over 16 years after the discovery. And yet, questions remain. How could so many unusual deaths strike so close together? Why did animals behave strangely, howling and dying at the moment of Carnarvon's death? Why did inscriptions inside the tomb speak of death to those who defy the pharaoh? Even today, some archaeologists refuse to step inside certain chambers. They say the air feels heavy, that shadows move where there should be none, and that sometimes, deep within the Valley of the Kings, the wind carries whispers in a language no living man can understand. Perhaps the curse is not just about death, but about respect. The pharaohs built their tombs to remain untouched, eternal sanctuaries for their souls. To break that peace may be to invite their wrath. Whether science or superstition, one truth remains: those who disturbed Tutankhamun's tomb met fates too, strange to ignore. So the next time you hear the desert wind howling across the pyramids, ask yourself, is it only the sand shifting? Or the voice of a pharaoh warning you not to trespass?